Hey, it's Dr. Karen here. Welcome to this week's Spiritual Medicine Digest for March 31st, 2025. Last week, I talked about consciousness and the result and having the attention on the so-called goal or where it is we desire to go, that peace, love, joy, prosperity for all. And yet, some people are a little confused. They said, well, Dr. Karen, in Eckhart Tolle's book, he talks about being not focused on the goal, like being focused on the journey. So this does not compute. Well, let me explain it a little more. Now, this is again related to that illumination, revelation, the yin and the yang, or the yin yang, if you will. There are many sides and ways of looking at things, and this is not an either or, but an and. So let me expand on that. And by the way, if you're new to my channel, I would love for you to hit the subscribe button, perhaps the notification bell, so every time a new video, you'll be notified. So, how can both be true? How can you both be focused on the result, but also not be focused on the result and enjoying the journey? Okay, so let's unpack this a little bit. Now, when Eckhart Tolle and others talk about enjoying the journey, what they're talking about is a lower or darker part of what Dr. David Wolfe in his Relationships at Work book talk about, the consciousness and the result. So let's take a look at this. So a lot of people, when they're going for a particular goal, right, they can get obsessed with making the goal, making the goal, making the goal. And I got to tell you, as a recovering perfectionist and a person that loves to check off things, on a task list, I'm kind of like that. Okay. Now I've shifted and changed, but it looks the same on the outside. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, for example, in the past, whenever I would go and do, let's say, piano competition when I was younger, teenage years, right? First of all, I'd be terrified because I was made to do it. But second of all, it was all about, making it work, and that getting an award. And that was the same thing with my grades in school, right? Being, getting the 90s, being the best, getting the A+. And the thing is even when I won an award, even when I did win a competition, instead of joy and elation and self-appreciation, you know what I was feeling? I was feeling relief, and then I was on to the next goal. Like I didn't give myself any time to celebrate and just be with the win. And, one of my first coaches, 𝗟𝗓𝗚𝗛𝗧, who's now my publisher, movie maker, TV maker, he said to me when we were coaching decades ago, he's like, take the win, feel and celebrate the win, and let that fuel your future creations and manifestations. It's not exactly the way he said it. That's, I'm explaining using my lexicon of language here. And that really showed me that I was so focused on getting the gold, getting well, not the gold in this case, but getting the prize, right? Getting the A+, getting the, winning the piano competition, whatever, that I was really not enjoying myself. No. So when Dr. David Wolfe talks about consciousness and the result, he is not talking about not enjoying the journey. They're not mutually exclusive. We can both desire a result and focus on what it is we desire to create in the world, letting go of the attachment to form and letting go of our need to control, and that helps us enjoy the journey. So we can both be focused, our consciousness focused on the result, the goal, the outcome, and allow the universe to help us by staying and being peaceful, by releasing attachment to form, by releasing resistance to what is, allowing that flow of life to happen, and thereby enjoying the journey. I don't know about you, but there's a lot of people, they spout the theory of, oh, enjoy the journey, enjoy the journey. And I'm going to be honest, when someone, breaks their leg, they're like, I'm not enjoying this right now. Okay? I get that. I'm not going to go up to them and say, enjoy the journey, right? That would be kind of mean and insensitive if I may be so judgmental in the moment. However, sometimes this enjoying the journey is partly hindsight, right? And also practice. Practice, yes. In our TOLPAKAN Level 2 practitioner training, for example, we talk about abundance challenges. We also talk about that in my Unlock Your Superpowers, Manifesting Superpowers in this case, that course. The abundance challenge is a name that I've given to something that happens in our lives that we do not prefer and did not plan. Something usually unpleasant, okay? And we can either see it as a problem and resist against it, right? Wishing it away, or avoiding it. Or we can see it as an opportunity. When we see it as an opportunity and perceive through our perceptual lens, that is an opportunity with just the awareness that on some level it serves us, but we don't have to know how. We don't have to have the answers. We don't have to control it. So in the case of the broken leg, for example, and I have friends that have gone through this, that have said it's one of the best things that ever happened to them. Not at the time. However, they did whatever they needed to do and be to heal. And along the way, they found themselves. They found a deeper part of themselves, a deeper connection to source, a deeper appreciation for life. A lot of times, the yin and yang, we need the contrast to appreciate the other, the hot to appreciate the cold, and the light to appreciate the dark, and vice versa, right? You're like, no, Dr. Karen, I only want to see the light. Well, let's just say if you just had light 24/7, like some people in Alaska during parts of the year, yeah, your body's not going to like that too much. It's actually quite stressful. So it is important to have that balance, if you will, the two sides of the coin. And this is no exception. So this whole mental construct of, is it the goal? Is it the journey? I'm saying it's both. It's both sides of the same coin. It's just a matter of, are you in a lower vibrational perception of that or a higher vibrational perception of that? So you might like this saying that has helped me a lot, which is, everything happens for a reason. That reason is there to serve me. And even if you don't feel like saying it and you're like, this sucks, right? On some level, honoring your emotions, and you coach yourself into saying, well, everything happens for a reason. That reason's there to serve me. I have no idea how this is serving me. However, I'm open to finding out. That openness is like the universe, co-creating more of what you desire and less of what you don't desire. Yes, you didn't desire the broken leg in that moment, right? However, it might have been related to the actual result, which is, I would love to be, I hear this from my female, clients and students. I would love to be in relationship with a beautiful, sensitive, strong, loving, empathetic man. But they're sitting home alone, kind of in front of the computer, most days, right? And maybe the broken leg gets them out. Maybe the broken leg is the universe's way of having you meet people. Maybe you're in rehab and you see, the physical therapist and that physical therapist, and you really jive together, right? Maybe that's the guy or the girl or whatever. And so the universe will find a way to help you achieve what it is you desire. Just along the way, it's sometimes uncomfortable. And if we're open to the possibility that it serves us, then we can actually be open to it, not only just serving us, but actually enjoying the journey. One last example for you. A couple of years ago, I was preparing for a birthday party, and I was hosting it. So I was at my house. I was not feeling very well. I was feeling feverish, and my spirit was out of my body. I was really, really super tired. And I thought, well, I don't know if I'm going to make it through this party, right? But luckily, there was a lot of other people there, so they could take over if necessary. So the following days, I did start to have a pretty deep fever. And instead of just trying to get rid of it, and trying to push through it like I used to, I thought, I'm going to enjoy this. Sounds weird, but I was bound and determined I'm going to enjoy this feeling in my body as a human experience. Spiritual being having a human experience, right? I'm going to enjoy this. So I'm lying in bed, completely exhausted, feeling the fever, feeling the aches and pains. I'm like, woo, this is what a body feels like. All right, just enjoy the journey. Enjoy the fever. Enjoy the achiness. Enjoy the tiredness. Just be with it. Not try to resist. Just be with it. And I got to tell you, not only did the quote unquote symptoms go away pretty quickly, that full acceptance, wow, what a shift. I believe that the energy that I used to expend trying to get rid of something because I didn't want it to be there because it was inconvenient, that energy was saved because I was totally willing to accept what is. Now, I often would say to my patients, they're like, I have to do this, I have to do that. So-and-so is depending on me, I have to do that. I said, oh, are they going to die if you don't clean up the kitchen? And they start laughing like, well, no, they're not going to die, right? And I would say, oh, okay, just checking. I'm like, if someone's going to die because you're not doing something, yeah, if I were you, I'd probably do it too, within reason, right? But if they're not going to die, perhaps you could perceive it a different way. And so I've learned over time to perceive so-called hardship as an opportunity. Sometimes I don't know what that opportunity is, but just being open that it's an opportunity to get where I desire to go, that end result. So yes, we can both focus our consciousness on the result and be goal-oriented, but not in the way that prevents us from actually enjoying the journey along the way. Not focus on obstacles, mind you, right? But being fully present is the key. So we don't go into judgment if we're fully present. We are just here and here and here. And it's one of the ways that we can self-heal faster than ever before. So I hope you've enjoyed this little foray into the mental yin-yang for the topic of the Illumination Revelation for 2025. I look forward to seeing you next time. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and perhaps share it with someone you love. And much love to you. Have a wonderful rest of the week. Bye for now. Hey, thanks for watching this video. If it resonated with you, would love for you to give it a like. Also remember to hit subscribe and perhaps even share it with someone that you think might benefit. In the meantime, would love to connect with you in my Light Medicine community. It's a free private community for sensitive souls to share their stories and lovingly support each other. So if that's for you, I'll put the link below this video as well as this week's special offerings and announcements. Thank you so much, and I can't wait to see you there.